Yes. Another day. Another woo-wah. And we are finally back to this game. Oh my god. It's good to be here. It's been a while. In fact, it's been a while since I've been live too. Oh my god. 4 days. Is this a new streak? Oh man. A 4-day streak. But hello there, everyone. People of the now, people of the future. Iblis Flair here is back on the channel, yo. As they say, I am back. And it has been a very, very long time. But don't worry. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. At least if I do go somewhere, then you'll actually know. By the way, I changed my microphone setup, so please let me know if it is any better. Because if you don't tell me, I'll never figure it out. I discovered like a little bit of an issue, and that's why I've been offline these last couple of days. Is because I was trying to figure out what is wrong with like the settings. There's something weird going on, and I just reconfigured my microphone settings, so I'm curious to know if it's any good. Let me know. Let me know if it's gone bad, or is it better? Is it better than before? Because that is pretty important. But anyways, I have something to do, and that it's a new quest line over here. You see, I haven't seen quests over here for a while besides the daily quests. So I'm going to go check this out. The Bowser Castle. I did clear it all the way down to 21. I don't know why this quest is still here, but I did. So I will go take a look at this one. Your summer will never wither. While heading to Trattoria Margherita, you encounter Carlotta. Let's go. I have missed this game, man. I mean, despite the fact I haven't played it on the channel in a while, I still miss the game. It's like every day I've been just coming to the game to do my dailies, and then after my dailies, I'm just done. But yeah, it feels good to be back, to be actually playing it here on the channel. It feels good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Wuthering, not Wuthering, but PGR. But this game being my first Kuro game, you know, I kind of miss it. All right. Ah, the lovely music.
Rover, fancy running into you here.
It's a pleasure to see you as well.
Won't you dine with me? Ms. Margarita asked me to sample her newest pizza, but my goodness, these portions.
That is a lot. Even I couldn't eat that much. Speaking of, that's kind of a question I have to ask. Is how much do you guys eat, by the way? You guys eat a lot.
Manuscript of a poem with an accompanying music sheet. The public has already caught wind of its contents. Did you know it was signed as Golden Anthem?
Golden Anthem.
They say it was the last
It's
work,
him.
written aboard the Pilgrim's Sail. I reckon the original finder fished it out the sea and put it in the library, not knowing what it was.
Shh, quiet. They're criminals. You best not mention them in public.
Golden Anthem, hmm?
Shh. That name is not to be spoken of in Ragusa. Simply put, the Golden Anthem was once a renowned poets' society. Their 3 members were once the Sentinel's cantors, but the Order banished them for insulting the divinity.
Oh no.
Allegedly, their pilgrim sail caught fire and none on board survived, and thus their last known work disappeared.
Well, since the manuscript is no longer secret, how does the tune sound?
Give me a second. Let me think.
Oh,
Hear that? It's exactly what they're playing now.
I thought he was singing for a second there. What just happened?
Well, it would appear they were possessed by daemons, just as this very article suggests.
I forgot that guy's name, but I know he's bad. It's you again.
Friends, it's been too long. I gather you were also listening in on that conversation about the Golden Anthem's last work?
What did you mean by daemons?
Resentful of the Order's verdict, they committed to paper a curse upon Rinascita and Raguna. Those favored by the divinity were the most willing to raise the blade of rebellion, for they alone knew how to make divinity bleed and doctrines crumble. Though they died in exile to a great fire, their resentment festered in their music and poetry, transforming into horrors known as daemons.
The Daemons. And Cristoforo. Yes, that's his name. That's his name, Cristoforo. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen that face.
Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna.
You know, it's funny. I got him instead of, oh, we got Brant instead of Cristoforo. They both got like the pirate shanty at, whatever you want to call it.
This article was recently published in the Raguna Literary Journal. Quite the perspective, wouldn't you say? Vengeance born of resentment. Such dark and twisted characters are hard to resist. Perhaps someone unwittingly played that tune just now and opened the plushies to possession by the daemons. Then again, it's all conjecture. Those in the Poets Society died years ago, and who's to say what really happened? Now, if those vengeful spirits really do exist, well, out of all the patrons here, they went straight for you, Rover. Curious and curiouser.
Yeah, it's like someone controlled it or something. Like a guy with the name of a C and, you know, it ends of a Cristoforo, were you the one who did it? It looked like he did it.
By the way, it just so happens that I made a copy of the Poet Society's last work. Here, take it. Consider it a little souvenir from your spirited encounter. Maybe it'll prove useful later. Goodbye, friends. A change of venue is in order. I must finish my play.
Ah, yes, a change in view is in order. Yes, okay. Anyways, manuscripts excerpt. I'm gonna try my best to read perfectly today. No messing up, okay? Swept away by the storm are the cicadas of the Water Kingdom. Wheat straws lay adrift in the village's oaken wine mugs. Prolonged night summer. Lost souls wander between streets and alleys. Withered leaves fall in autumn's abyssal tranquility. Rust and decay form on utensils of holy communion. Desolate winds of autumn. Acolytes measure the inclination of divinity with rotten scales. Frost covers pupils in stained glass. The confessional fills with silent ash. Sleepless nights of winter. Wandering. A wandering bard holds a frozen lute, playing sounds that never reach. With our bodies fueled of fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold. Like the fire that dragged him to hell, these daemons, yes, will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. Let this sail take us past the towers, past the surrounding walls, and past the sentinel sculptures as we descend silently into hell, till this song drowns into brilliance of the sunset.
Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna.
Is that really going to happen?
Unverifiable, yes, but not entirely dismissible. That's so. Let's start at the very beginning. I have a friend who's an expert in deciphering music. I believe you've met her before. She who resembles Topaz should still be near Whisperwind Haven at this hour.
Are you coming with? I hope so. I have missed you very much, my friend. I miss all the characters in this game. Man, it's been such a long time since I got to play. This story, I love this story. I love it to the core. Especially after going through like twisted stories for the longest time. This is one of my favorite. Oh, I can't press that properly. I keep pressing R. I'm so dumb. I miss this sunny disposition. I guess is the best word. This sunny disposition, this joyous game. So much fun. I'm also looking for another sorrowful game as well. We just finished what's it called? Dice Psycho? I can't believe I forgot the name of the game, even though I love it so much. Man, I need another sad game. I'm thinking. I think maybe I might, what's it called? I forgot. There's a couple of games on my mind that I kind of want to go check out. There is one that, what was the name of it? I can't remember. I have this game that I bought a long time ago, but I don't know what it's about at all. It's called The House of Fata
In
Morgana.
her world, poetry and music hold equal sway. Shh. Listen carefully.
Journey towards the dreams. All their hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings. Let the twilight soothe our
Follow the song to find her.
skyward forever wild and free.
Rover! Carlotta! It's been too long.
It has been too long indeed, and I love this song, by the way. Oh my god. It's been such a long time since I got to hear this music from this game, and it's amazing still, even now.
You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little.
We knew each other as children.
When I was a child, whenever I passed by Ciaccona's house, I'd always hear music drifting from the courtyard. Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
I remember it well. Those two guards of yours were like giants from Septimont. Easily 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Back then, Ciaccona's family conducted the Order's choir.
And why is Ciaccona a wandering bard?
How should I put it? Well, as they say, families are always rising and falling. But a song is a song, whether sung in a grand hall or beneath the open sky. As for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs.
Wow, that's true. And I love the accent, by the way. I keep saying this, and I've been told, by the way, that like people from Ragusa and also Renacita, they always have like the amazing VAs. And yeah, I gotta say, I haven't been led astray so far. I love every last one of them. And this one, I love the, I kind of want to say it's like a British accent, kinda. Oh man, I love it. I love it.
Anyway, the two of you came in such a hurry. I suppose you're not here to take in the music? Oh, so you eavesdropped on a man rambling on in C3 sharp, and then, poof, out pops a monster.
You're missing the point.
It is the point. I need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours. The Golden Anthem. That name should never be spoken. They're criminals. To conspire with them is to risk banishment at sea. Or worse.
It's okay. The Order of the Deep can't harm us one bit. That's very true, because I have over-leveled the
Don't worry.
shit out of Rover.
This won't be the first time
He
we've
will be
crossed
the main
paths with
character
the
in this
Order.
game, trust me.
Fine. From what you've told me, the composers of this poem cursed Rinascita, spelling the fall of Raguna. When the poem is played, some type of horror appears. If I understand correctly, that's what attacked you and Carlotta. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Rinascita.
Then you...
We need to get to the heart of this poem and music mystery. Let me join you. I can't resist a good adventure.
Roll those eyes.
I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping.
It's just a few sheets of paper. No problem.
Then we have a deal. Since you believe this music summons them, how about we test it for ourselves? I've already memorized the sheet music.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
Seeing is believing, and I'm well prepared. I'm ready for a fight.
The final work of poets banished to distant seas and condemned to death. What, I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of?
Oh. That's an interesting detail. Did you see that?
They are just like the ones that attacked us in the restaurant. Clean.
Oh, I have Ciaccona in my party, by the way. Oh, I can't say words, but my pie.
Hopefully this helps.
Yes, I have her in my party. That's very interesting. Okay. I saw she has like a character quest, by the way. Or not a character quest, but a trial.
I sense your weakness.
I wanted to try it, but like I kind of wanted to do it on stream, low-key. I didn't want to just do it immediately. I gotta feel the experience, the true experience. You know what I mean? Let me go and get these guys out the way. Yes, sir.
Swift and resolute.
I'm telling you, man, my rover smacks.
Hopefully this helps.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Break.
Ah, the Lottie Lust. Be careful.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
These voices. They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves? Those voices were just people who read or heard their work.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest. In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses. But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination. Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody. This time, we need to listen harder. Let's find out what the true story really is.
That's what I'm saying, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all about like what people have thought of the story, and what they say, you know, truly becomes to pass. It's kind of like the feeling of like being told something that you're this thing, and overall, you may not actually be that thing, but when you're told that that's the thing, you know, multiple times, it eventually becomes that thing. Does that make sense? It might not make sense, but I mean, hey, that's what it's all about around here. I don't make sense on the channel.
This is a realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life.
That music sheet is no ordinary piece of music, is it?
No. Normally, you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do.
They burned in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
It's the same as what we heard before. But now I see something. A balance scale with a crowd of people standing on one of the pans. What are they weighing?
The two sides of the scale represent differing perspectives. Once a work is made public, its meaning no longer belongs to its creator alone, but is shaped by the interpretations of its readers.
That's true. You find this a lot of like, not just this, but also like music videos or like movies and stuff. For instance, I remember in Hololive, what's her name? I forgot her name. Marin. Yes, she did like a cover of Gura, and oh my god, I miss Gura already. Just like my second VTuber I ever watched. But anyway, she did like a music video. The song was like Shinkiro? Yeah, that one. And no one understood what the meaning of the song was. But they just came up with like their own meaning, and they asked Marin, you know, what's the meaning of the song? And then Marin's like, nah, I'm not gonna tell you. You guys, I like that you guys have your speculation, and you stick with your speculation, you know, of like what it means. That's the sad thing, really. It's like when people want to give you the reason or like the meaning behind something, it becomes that. But when you don't give them the meaning, you know, they come up with their own meaning, and then they recite that meaning, and then other people, they like, if it sounds meaningful, that meaning, then they will all believe in that one meaning of that song. So, kind of makes sense,
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. But then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that members of the Golden Anthem were banished on the Pilgrim's Sail and died in a fire, the notion quickly took hold. No one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations. With motive and a complete story. Perhaps that's all it took for a lie to become the truth. Each time someone plays their last work, it summons daemons. This is the Golden Anthem's revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still, words and imagination alone cannot bring something into existence.
Unless, maybe there's a resonator involved.
Yes. Someone must have used them to create the daemons. What if the mastermind pulling the strings from the shadows is the author of that article? Daemons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant. There could be a connection between you and this mastermind. Or perhaps they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced.
Let's see, pick this option and find out how the story unfolds. Oh, will the demons affect Raguena?
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city. Finding the one pulling the strings should be our priority.
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, things could get even worse. Yes, end current story. The real ending has some missing pieces. Let's try again. Oh boy. Let's try again and find a real story ending. Ah yes, the true ending. Resume the choices. Inspiration ×1. Consume inspiration to unlock more endings. Let's go. Inspiration is restored 1 point daily. Use it to unlock special choices. How can we catch this
If the
mastermind?
demons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift once we catch whoever is responsible for starting this in the first place. This mastermind has gone to great lengths to twist the facts, stirring fear and turning it into resentment. It may be an attempt to cover up certain stories about the Poet Society. He must be tied to them somehow. If we can learn more about the Golden Anthem, we might be one step closer to catching him.
You realize that people's interpretation of imagination and music as poems will brought the demons into being. In the current story.
Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope. Yet now they've been twisted to create these monstrosities. Whoever is behind this won't just sit back and watch. The thought of confronting them is already inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? Which instruments would fit?
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. If that's the case, we need to split up. With your tenacity and Ciaccona's expertise, we will uncover the truth.
An opal?
Someone has pointed a gun at Cat's Eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain and expose them. The family has its ways. Tracing the article's source and finding this mastermind won't be a problem.
So, where do we start? Where should we begin our investigation?
If we find melodies connected to the Poet Society, I can bring the past into clearer focus. I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark. Let's go. Onward to new melodies!
Yes, to new melodies. Let's go. Alright. Oh,
I really admire the wind. It's free to go anywhere without restraint.
this is a nice
If
view.
only it could carry my poems into the hands of everyone across the world.
Oh boy. Oh, is this my boat from the fishing event? I have 3 charges to dash. What a very nice song. I want to hear more, but I don't think I'm gonna get a chance. I'll suck, man. I can't. What is this place?
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise. This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old instruments to rest. For the people of Raguna, the sea is everything. We live and sleep by the sea, and our souls drift out to sea when we pass. Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by the sea. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled.
Not at all. Have you found any leads?
Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. But worry not. This is what we bards call a bottleneck.
A bottleneck?
Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. Couldn't do it. Not one word. So, I stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head. You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And, well, at least you get a snack out of it.
So, did an apple actually hit you? Or did you find your inspiration, huh?
Sadly, the apples weren't ripe and none fell. No free nibbles for me, unfortunately. Try it.
Oh, she manifested the apple. I thought I did. I was like, what? Rover's working his magic again.
Huh. It's a real apple.
Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff. Turns out, even without an apple, inspiration may yet strike. But if I hadn't stood there, I might have missed that unexpected burst of beauty. So, maybe this is enough. Let's put aside heavy thoughts and continue our walk with a clear mind.
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
Is that so? But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun. If anything, I'd rather be like Icarus in the story. Soaring freely in the sky, even if it means falling in the end.
And look at this, by the way. I love this. It's quite simple, but it's amazing. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's quite dazzling.
I sense the melody of an instrument close by. Let's search for it.
All right. Oh, these chests. I need to get these.
A flute. But it sounds sharp and harsh. If this were a performance, I'd say it's trying to finish as quickly as possible, barely giving the notes a chance to breathe.
Let's see. Let me get that.
A harp. It's in excellent condition, but its tone is flat and dull. Let's keep it for now and see if there are any other instruments nearby.
Ah, hello. A new player. Unfortunately not. I wish I was a new player though. I'd like to go through this game again, to be honest. You know, actually, low-key, it's not a bad idea. I'd like to play this game again, but play with the Japanese VA or something, because it's a whole different experience if you play it again with a different language. A little bit, I mean, with like the, I don't know, the air. But I do like the English VA. The English VA is really good. But no, alas, I am not a new player. I've been around for a long time though in this game.
Its echoes are faint.
Well, it may say like it's been day 15-ish. It has been a lot of days. A lot of days where I've gone and grabbed the daily rewards. But yeah, technically, I would say it is day 15. Since I actually did like a sit-down session of this game.
Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you!
Oh, brother, time to fight. Let's go.
It seems this loot likely belonged to a member of the Poet Society.
What's more, it's also a free-to-play playthrough.
It holds the melodies
So yeah, it's been pretty good. Pretty good indeed. I wonder what this game would be like if I actually just like went crazy and spent as much as I could. I don't think it would change much, honestly. I mean, I guess I could like, you know, C6 like every last character. Not even C6, I mean R6. Get Genshin out of here. Anything with Genshin, man. Oh, man.
Thanks for watching. Polyphony. A Listen, the trio of destiny.
Ah, yes, a trio
The
of
timbre also
destiny.
matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for. Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same, the performer's mood can change the entire sound. For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like a traveler sharing a story over tea in the warmth of an afternoon. The true purpose of music is to express what words cannot.
It certainly has style of a poet.
Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, if you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
Is that so?
But I haven't even heard you sing yet.
Wait, what do you mean? We've heard her sing a lot, actually.
Me? Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to listen closely then. Now, it's in the lute's hands. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling.
So I'm curious how this story goes exactly. Because you have like a...
Listen, I hear something up ahead. It seems like an interrogation room. This melody carries the weight of the Poet Society interrogation. Let's keep moving. Take care with each step. The melodies left by these instruments are extremely fragile. The realm we're about to enter will appear fragmented. We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space. A single misstep could draw us into other melodies, leaving us lost within them.
That does not sound good.
Farrell of the Golden Anthem. Know that Imperator is stern, yet merciful. The Codex teaches us that those whose sins are cleansed by the sea shall remain blessed by the sea. It is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. This includes your claim that the Sentinel's true form is a steed of the skies. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, a giant celestial steed carved a path for the Ark. How absurd.
I still think that's pretty fascinating. You get thrown out the country, sentenced to death because how you perceive what a god looks like. You're like, oh, it's a steed, not a centaur. And they're like, I can't believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. Onto the pilgrim cell, on it. And they send you off into your death. Like, sorry, sir. It's not. That's pretty crazy to me.
If you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, I will move mountains to protect you and your companions. Remember, Imperator only responds to repentance, not silence.
I'm sorry, Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just, this room is freezing, and I've caught a chill. Makes it hard to talk. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel, I will have lost my voice entirely. Perhaps then, they will judge you for silencing a poor transgressor's confession.
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemous poems and songs, the Sentinel shall show mercy. You are a wise man. I trust you will make the right choice. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Farrell. I will always be here should you wish to receive the Sentinel's mercy.
No need to worry, Sir Acolyte. In fact, I'm beginning to enjoy the cold.
Neither official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury. This melody is fading fast. Let's check if there's anything nearby to amplify it.
Alright. Rimbald. What a name.
Farrell's gone mad. He ought to have hidden the truth in our secret study. Why would he slip this dangerous knowledge into his poems and hand them out to children? We ought to have buried the truth.
Buried the truth.
What are you thinking?
It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? Not only to bury the past, but also to silence those who know the truth. But to that end, he stirs panic to deepen Ragonese prejudice against the Poet Society, using this opportunity to create monsters born from our words. Words and music are weapons without form.
I knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we uncovered that lithograph, I knew it would come to this. Still, I have no regrets. But if the Sentinel's true form is a flying steed, what does that make the Imperator we've pledged our faith to? All this time, we've been living nothing but a lie.
The Order's stance is that the Poet Society concealed blasphemous works, yet the Order themselves concealed the lithograph's existence. What were they afraid of?
The Poet Society. Anxiety? No. Society discovered the Sentinel's true form.
That's right! You must have seen the Sentinel in the inverted tower. To keep the Sentinel's true form a secret, the Order ruined the Golden Anthem's reputation.
I understand what Farrell was trying to do. We're not adventurers or mighty resonators. We don't even have the time or ability to determine whether that lithograph is real or fake. Farrell only wanted to share the voice of uncertainty. He hoped someone might understand his doubts. Our fate has been sealed. All we can do now is choose what we believe and carry what we hope to be the truth to our graves.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have anticipated what would happen. During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance. In fact, they even showed sympathy for the interrogator.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order. Could they be the ultimate mastermind behind this?
We don't know that for certain. But at least we now know the Poet Society would never place a curse on Raguna. The melody is fading faster now and becoming unstable. We should leave.
The Order. My goodness, man.
Where is this place? A study? Ciaccona, are we? We must have gotten separated. Ciaccona did say even a slight misstep could draw us into other melodies. Am I?
I don't know, man, but I think that's her in the distance, by the way.
You are to build a home here, like seabirds. Dwell upon the water, just as countless stars dot the night sky. I don't know if what I'm feeling is right or wrong. They were clearly the Sentinel's cantors. Why would anyone call them criminals who insulted divinity? This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
She must have been one of the children that got handed one of those stories from the guy, a Harrow. Farrell? I think that's what his name was. Let's see. Cultural insights. Literary works draw their vitality from two sources, the creator and the readers. The creator gives it life while the readers help extend it through reading. Each time they share a piece of work or publish their thoughts and reviews, they breathe new life into it. Some may find the term life or work elusive, as it's too abstract and intangible. However, a parallel can be easily drawn from human life. When discussing the concept of life, one essential topic is inevitably brought up by name. A name, a symbol in existence. One of the most important markers in separate individual lives. If one desires to feel the vitality of work, the most direct approach would be to feel its name, the various names bestowed by its creators and readers. I once heard an eerie tale from a land in the east that spoke of a lady with skin as fair as snow who would stand in a snowstorm, cradling and wailing baby in her arms, begging the passerby to hold her baby for her. If some kind-hearted individual agrees to the request, they'd soon find themselves unable to let go, bound to freeze to death. Intriguing, isn't it? But by this point, it is fascinating tale that evokes many distinct images that cannot yet form entirety of life. But what if we give it a name like the Snow Woman? This name alone captures the entire narrative and defines an essence. However, even the name anchoring people's imaginations, the unusual natures of words, mean each person takes a narrative differently. Hence, the life creative work is less controllable than human life. So, if one day people's understanding of work is led astray, then words could turn into a devastating weapon. What to do then? Show anger? No, absolutely not. Anger is the cheapest outlet of dissent. As creators, all we can do is believe that all words can live in the most genuine form. Let's go to the interview. Yes, interview. The golden anthem. Can't say words, man. You know what that reminds me? I need to hydrate, but after I find this girl. Oh, I can't run in here. It would be disrespectful. Okay, let me go get this. Water. Very good. Good stuff. Alright, scattered journal pages. We can't sit here and wait for it to happen. Is there anything else we can do? Anything? Ask for help. But from who? I don't know who else is there to turn to. The Montellis? If it's the Montellis, no wait. They value profits over anything. We don't have anything to weigh as far as leverage. The street poets? No, that won't do either. We won't be able to control the spread. What about them? They're choristers. They would. Yes, they would. Use your words. They would. Go hunt. Go ahead. I think there's something over... I missed a secret.
Will be illuminated by wings of flame, and I shall be reborn in immortal poetry.
Because they cannot banish the truth, the Order of the Deep instead banished us to the sea. Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist. And the truth is gold that is unafraid of the fiercest of flames.
Can't get through, but the sounds are coming from over there. What is this place? Who are you?
She's always been distant and aloof, but her true melody is both heavy and fragile. Ciaccona Toccata. As long as you still draw breath, lift your eyes and look. With this poem, your life is eternal. Rover? Rover, are you all right? Finally, I got you out of there. You must have been drawn into a different melody on our way out.
Recount what you just saw, or don't tell Ciaccona what you saw. Recount what you saw, man.
I just walked into his study and ran into a strange little girl. She seemed quite taken with the Poet Society's work. She mentioned a name. Ciaccona Toccata.
I see. I don't know who you met, but Toccata is my family name. As I said before, for family matters, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Alright, look for crews outside the Cathedral Mercury. Oh boy, let's go. Before that... Nah, I'll do that later. I was gonna go collect my rewards, but yeah, I think I'm good. It's not that important right now. Oh, 2,000 miles. Oh my god. This calls for the moment I can finally sing that song. You and I would go 1,000 miles for... Just, I don't know the words. Such an old song, by the way. An old ass song. Let's get Orders of the Deep. The Order. Most interesting.
Have you found her yet? No.
She's not here either. Oh, greetings, brother and sister. Might I ask, have you seen someone dressed like us who likes to walk with her head down?
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble.
What are you all doing here? Those are some very fine robes you got there.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. These are our ceremonial robes. Racer is our lead chorister. We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek, but when the time ran out, we couldn't find her. Maybe she got mad at us because we sang badly. She hasn't smiled at us much since rehearsal started.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing?
The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written by a bunch of criminals.
You and Ciaccona realize that these criminals are in fact the members of the Golden Anthem.
Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Alright. Head in direction. There's that humming again.
Such a beautiful voice, isn't it?
You're the laureate. And you are?
My name is Ciaccona.
A friend of mine.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are waiting for me. Sorry I've caused you trouble.
How about a little chat first? Something's troubling you. I can tell.
What? Of course not. The ceremony is coming up, and the choir still has so much to rehearse. I'm fine.
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had the chance, I'd love to learn how to sing hymns. You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
I do? I mean, yes, I do. Just tell me what's troubling you.
It's just... Before the performance, the choir has to listen to the same music, recite the same lyrics, and do the same rehearsals every day. What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets. Myron and the others never complain. They're always eager to sing praises to the Sentinel on stage. But now, their dreams are all dashed because of me. Myron, Patero, and Chia's voices are in perfect harmony. But I can never keep up.
And I don't like this hymn. Myron and the others are too young to realize that heresy is a grave offense. But I know. I just don't understand why the Order wants us to sing songs written by criminals. The more I thought about it, the more out of rhythm I became. In the end, I could barely sing at all.
But you're singing just now. That was beautiful.
That song just now? I've already forgotten how it's supposed to sound.
Well, what do you think a hymn should sound like?
A hymn, as the books state, is a song of praise for the sentinel who leads the lost to the abundant lands.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
Oh, I didn't want to hold everyone back. And I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Then hold on to that feeling. Let's rehearse again. You don't have anyone sitting in on your rehearsals, do you?
Uh-huh. No.
Well then, the laureate and I will be the first to hear you perform.
The songs of the old days. And oh my god, just those 6 children made that song? No way, no way. Oh my god. Otherwise, I'm hiring them. How much can I, do they need for me to hire them? No? Anyways, songs of the old days, songs of the past is sung once more. However, the choir's performance seems to have encountered some trouble, as their pure voices are drowned out by the chattering crowd.
This is a cathedral. That's the choir on stage, with the Poet Society leading them. Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind. It sounds like...
A song to glorify the Order's reign. Nah, no way. Nothing but pointless noise.
Banished and forever stripped of the right to sing for the Sentinel and the Order. That much is true. The Order's records say as much. But there's still something missing. If such an important melody is lost, we won't be able to find the link between the poets and the Order.
It's all over. But the more you stare at the empty stage, the more you feel a crucial melody is missing. Ah. Resume the choices. Inspiration. The triumphant victory song of the
It
knights.
sounds like a song celebrating the knights who defeated the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven. Wait. Someone's approaching the stage.
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you! You have no idea what happened! Not at all! Has the Order reduced our sacrifices to mere tales to be told over tea? The Sentinel's blessing! Where were you when we fought the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven? Where were any of you? Where was the Sentinel? We didn't fight for the Sentinel or for the damned Order. We fought for ourselves. You're nothing but hypocrites.
Wow. The VA for this is insane. They actually sound angry. I've seen like many games where when it comes to people showing emotions like sadness or anger, it's just kind of like monotone. But this guy, he really amped up the ante. They said, all right, Jeremy, we need you to read this as angry as possible. Go ahead. Degenerates! It's like, all right, Jeremy, just tone it down a little bit. That's so fascinating. Well done.
Madness. Who is this madman? Someone remove him from here immediately. Do not be deceived. All knights who rode into that battle wielded swords sanctified by the Order. They fought in the name of divinity.
What he said about the common folk, is it true? Tell me, were they also sent to fight at Whisperwind Haven? I must see it for myself.
What a mess. I suppose this incident is what changed the Poet Society.
The cathedral's gate is open. We should leave now.
Strange. Why is this passageway so long? This is the same study I stumbled into in the Realm of Melodies.
Afternoon tea! Yes, please. Your tea and biscuits, miss. I'll reapply the medicine once you've finished. Next time, no more climbing walls. Understood? It wasn't just for fun. I was trying to... There, I understand. You've always been a curious child. You saw something terribly interesting and snuck out to take a closer look. Wait. Is it raspberry? My favorite. Huh? Ow! Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long. But that's silly. I know it can survive the coldest of winters. Maybe one day, I'll become a great bard. A proper one, who never makes mistakes like this. Miss, this study is a secret. You must never tell a soul. I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people say they're guilty? There are so many interesting poems and songs here. Why won't Father let me see them? Oh, you'll understand when you're older, miss.
The common folk once criticized the Poet Society's works. The poets themselves wondered if the creations were telling the truth. Yes, indeed, in the current story.
Oh, what splendid singing! Even the laureate was enraptured.
Racer did wonderfully.
Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters when we pray and sing praises to the Sentinel.
Yes, a hymn isn't just a few lines of history. It is shaped by your feelings and experiences. The hymn may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal. I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular performance on the day of the ceremony. So, what did you see in Razor's melody?
The hymn's backstory.
The Poet Society was criticized for glorifying the knights over the common folk during one of their hymn performances. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the knights' encampment at Whisperwind Haven to...
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poet Society. Did you find any other clues?
I did stray into a different melody again.
Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you from getting lost. If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven, then that's where we'll find more clues. Let's...
Alright, well, let's get into it. Next place. I guess this is kind of like, Ciaccona's companion quest in a way? It's not dubbed that, though. It just seems to be an event. But overall, this is a fascinating way to do it. I cannot use this function currently. Okay, let me get a little bit higher. I'm trying to fly, by the way. But man, I don't know. I'm kind of thrown for a loop in a way. You know, I also wonder, because you need like the daily currency in order to continue the story. Could you all finish in one?
Don't seem to be any instruments, poems,
but I feel like in a way I won't be able to finish it because, you know, you have to choose perfectly every time. Oh boy. Absorb the nightmare clouds. Yes, I will make the nightmares go away. Let me just eat it. What am I? A dream-eating monochrome Baku. Or notes. Haha, bravo! Let us sing another to this occasion. Can't even say words again. Good grief. With Raguena City behind us, as long as we've arrived where the knights once set camp. Oh, marvelous indeed. Knights living the way of the Kolachi. We build bonfires at night and admire the windmills during the day. We play music and sing under the turning sails. The townsfolk call us the bonfire bards. When the windmills come to rest, we'll go chasing along the rivers and lakes. And above all these, there's nothing like flying across the field once on a clear day. From the air, I glance down, the land wrinkled by time. Sunlight breaks over these pillars of the night's collapsed ruins, where a 1,000-year-old tree stands in the silent vigil, with its roots sprawling across the stone crevices. As the wind carries me across the lake's surface, the reflections of the red-roofed tiles on the Elga town gleam and dance, and the pomegranate seeds scattered on the top of the sheet of blue silk. The red-topped windmill overlooks the town, slowly turning to beckoning homebound travelers. War notes? War notes. I don't understand.
Poets were no doubt members of the Poet Society. The note says they had wandered the area looking for inspiration. To find the melody, we should try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way.
There's only one tree I know that, Oh. They tell you what a tree is. I was gonna say. I have a feeling I know what a tree is. Oh, this is not the tree that I was thinking of. It was a place by, Contarella's place.
This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now. What is it? Has anything come to mind?
It's the wind.
Yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies. It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us.
What are you doing?
Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguena by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form. It has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who exactly was he? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration. Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false Sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguena. They deserve to know the truth. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguena.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface, what our mystery man said makes perfect sense. He even has knowledge of Imperator's true form. And this hidden lithograph is evidence the poets were telling the truth.
The question is still, who's this person? I mean, reason suggests that it could be Cristoforo, but I don't know. What reason would he do that for?
Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avenolium?
The majestic Steve carved across the lithograph looks the same as the Sentinel you saw before. Yep, like twins.
So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that they chose to become Knights of Raguena. Resentment and curses are not songs of their own style. As for the true mastermind, we still have no direct proof linking him to the Order. We must confront his lies and put an end to these Daemon incidents. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons. But is now the right time?
the will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered, and that no one will easily believe the truth. The truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people's hearts, and let them take root and grow.
Yes. Let's get going then. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end.
Oh, and you got teleported back. Well, that's pretty nice of them. They teleport me straight here.
Miss Margarita!
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Ciaccona.
The two of you already know each other.
Oh, Miss Ciaccona is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. Helps bring...
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poets Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about what actually happened. It's driving me nuts.
Arthur agrees to your requests and begins to gather a impressive crowd. You, Ciaccona, take your place in the important impromptu stage. The curtain poised to rise.
Rover, we'll begin when you're ready.
Alright, let's do it. I believe in you. The stage is set. You're back in Margarita's. It's ready. Yes, ready to uncover the truth behind the demons. But instead of announcing the truth, Ciaccona asks the crowd around a few questions, claiming the answer will be revealed at the Odyssey Opera House. And the following day, your guess is she's trying to gather a bigger audience. And today is but a raise to curtains.
The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know how that tale ended. A great fire consumed the ship, dragging it to icy depths, and the poets of the Golden Anthem with it. But hear this. Banishment did not breed hatred in their hearts for our city, and the flames did not scorch a curse into their music or poems. If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written by the poets of the Golden Anthem, and yet, not a single daemon has appeared, even as those poets faced their end.
They did not surrender to hatred.
As the fire filled the ship's cabins, they penned their last poems with death drawing near. Perhaps they were greeted by the Sentinel in their final moments. Or perhaps they fell silently toward death. If the poets truly meant to curse Raguena, why would they write such obscure poems? Why not simply leave their works behind in Raguena? No. Their last words were hastily written as the flames closed in. This charade, it was carefully crafted, twisting their work to conceal the truth. We already have... No.
You know, is Ciaccona deliberating something?
Tomorrow, at the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth. Until then, I thank you all for your patience.
Ciaccona throws questions at the crowd, claiming the truth will be revealed on a larger stage tomorrow in the current story. But that was the right choice. Excellent.
This can't... this is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something? The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were...
A fascinating story indeed. You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright. Your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth.
Flashback time?
A group of birds locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch. Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground, one by one. Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they dare to reach for the skies after realizing the cost of choosing to fly? Does the truth exist to protect or to harm? That is the question. Miss Poet, I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
Ah, Carlotta. It's been a while. I wonder what she dug up, by the way.
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival.
How's everything on your end?
As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage. They've long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library. It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find.
Splendid work.
We should also share these findings with Ciaccona. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
You search around but find no sign of Ciaccona.
Well, that's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace. And she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen Ciaccona?
Miss Ciaccona? She was squirreling off towards the harbor earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her wear such a gloomy face before.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
Let's see. Head to the harbor. That does beg an interesting question, though. Yeah, bringing this to light, this truth, it would mean going against like the Acolyte Order. So, banishment would be the cause of, you know, revealing this, I assume. But maybe it won't go like that. I mean, after all, these are the main characters I'm talking about here. I'm sure something good will happen, but the power of friendship will make it work.
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome. You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price. One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
This is the pub.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
The truth has its thorns, and the Golden Anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Rinascita kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yes? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies. What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call reverberation. It exists forever. You can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. Off to the seas with that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
The Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
The parallels, so striking. Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, Ciaccona Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damn horse? The poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. Almost makes those poets look noble by comparison.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this Sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, Both the Ciaccona family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Opportunity. Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away. Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all, but the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth. And perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow? Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Is this Ciaccona's sheet music? She was here. The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this. Ciaccona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be?
Wait. The title of this section.
The Golden Anthem?
Oh my god, straight cinema. I couldn't even say anything. I was like,
an interrogation.
I was mesmerized.
Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies. The girl in the Poet Society's study must have been Ciaccona when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the mix. But why was she there? And why are the Ciaccona family and the Poet Society accused of the same crime?
I was truly mesmerized there. I guess I'm still mesmerized. Lost in the sauce, if you will.
Thank you for understanding everything.
You talking to me?
Is there anyone else here besides you?
This didn't happen the last time, but you're Ciaccona, right?
You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust. I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Ciaccona Toccata.
What really happened back then?
Let me tell you. The story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poet Society. It also belongs to me, Ciaccona Toccata.
Golden Anthem. These tales belong not only to the memories of the Golden Anthem, but also Ciaccona Toccata. You meet the little girl once more. She is neither the past nor present. She doesn't truly exist at all. She carries all of Ciaccona's stories, revealing the truth in this very place.
This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about the Sentinel. Then they decided to become Knights of Raguena. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was us, the Toccata family. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside, there were papers that could have destroyed the Order, if anyone would even believe them in the first place. It was blasphemy, but my father didn't hesitate. He took the key right away.
Was the fire in a pilgrim cell really an accident?
As you've already seen, I was also banished. You've probably heard a lot about the pilgrims' sail from Brant. Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. Even if they made it, the cold would get them. But on that ship, the Order made sure there was nothing. No food, no water, nothing. And there were only 3 fools on board. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were. In their last moments before death, the poets just wanted to leave something real behind. But it was so cold out at sea, and wood for fire was already running low. So they set the cabin on fire, and met their ends in the flames. In the world they dreamed of, poets would no longer be shackled, and everyone could sing freely. That was their wish for the future when the curtain fell. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold. But the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage.
The poets gave their legacy to the Ciaccona family. Is that so? Let's see it.
The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. At first, he wouldn't let me near it because I was too little. It wasn't until my mother, my uncle, and the rest of my family were one by one escorted onto pilgrim sails. Then, it was his turn. I still remember the day he handed me the key. The smile on his face.
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Remember, true courage isn't hiding it away in your heart. Raise it like a torch, just like the sun, so it can light the way for others. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice he showed toward you and your mother. Never forget, you are a Ciaccona.
Father wanted to tell everyone. So the Order put him on a pilgrim sail with the same charges. And that was the last time I saw him. Later, after I became a wandering bard and poet, I started to feel what was in the melodies of the poets and my ancestors. A sincerity like none other. I wrote songs, weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered into musical scores. But what awaited me was the Order's banishment. The Poet Society and our family could never prove whether the Sentinel's form is really that of a celestial steed. All we could do was hold on to our suspicions and the possible truth, waiting for someone to prove it. Now, that someone has come. He has reached the inverted tower. Now, I have that choice again. Do I reveal the truth? Always worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it, but this time, I have you and my friends with me. I can't let you all repeat my fate. If we step onto that stage tomorrow, the Order will not stand idly by. He might even come after you and Carlotta.
Like I said, the truth exists to be uncovered. I've made my choice. And once everyone hears the truth, I believe no one will question the choices you all made in the past.
Oh yeah, because we got that plot armor, baby. Nah, seriously, even if the Order did come after us, I'm sure we can take them down pretty easily. What are they gonna do? I mean, Carlotta, professional badass, #1, and then we have Rover as well. the cat's eye. I don't think we're gonna lose anyway. But overall, I think it's about time that the wool's pulled from everyone's eyes.
There are hints of the sea inside Ciaccona's melodies. You should take greater pride in being a poet.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything. Let's open the doors. I hope this time, the story ends differently.
Ciaccona tells you everything that happened in the past, in the current story. Alright. But yes, I think it is about time. The Order has gotten away of like holding a truth for quite a while, but now will be the time. They shall throw a wrench in the plans. Let's go.
This song. It's the one she performed last time. The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings. Let the twilight soothe our skin.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. Till the end.
A penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the Order of the Deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt are planted, the kindling in Raguna will eventually ignite to forge its true gold. There! Now how's that for a story worth telling?
It's like A Knight's Tale.
Speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant. I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep, or Knight of Raguna. But still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight! To battle we go!
Oh, very interesting. Alright, it's time. The conclusion. It's time to reveal the truth at 12 o'clock. So it's not actually time. I don't know why I keep saying it's time. This is not time. But it will be time because I'm going to skip forward in time. Yay. This story, wow. Quite good. Quite good indeed. The classic tale of the Order. Man, I can't stand this Order nonsense, man. They get like knowledge, and then they use that to their advantage to control people. I don't know, man. They're like, this is what the Sentinel's saying, and it's like, no, that's not what the Sentinel's saying. That's what you're saying. You don't preach like you know what the Sentinel's saying. I know they have like what do you call it? The Imperator's resonator or something, and they're like, oh, he knows exactly what they're saying. But no, don't interpret what the god is saying. Don't interpret what the god is saying. You don't know what they're actually saying, and they're not telling you things. I can't, man. I can't. They're like, oh, this is the way it is. And it's like, no, it's not the way it is. I don't know, man. Oh, I skipped too early. It's 12 o'clock, actually. Okay, let me go. All right, let's see. 12 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's like how it's always going to be with like these games of like, oh yeah, this is the order saying, oh yeah. Yeah. It's crazy they're not willing to accept like the actual truth. And that just goes to serve even worse than like, you know, the fact that they're spreading misinformation is that they're not willing to accept like the actual true information that the Sentinel is actually, you know, a flying steed.
As the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy. What? They were once poets, singing songs for the Divinity and the Order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails? How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renacita, a land they loved so much? People of Renacita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures? Why did none of the fools that boarded the pilgrim sail ever thank the Sentinel?
The Acolytes. Looks like they're making their move.
Imperator and Raguna have always stood united. Yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Ciaccona Toccata. In the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel. Damnation! She's not working alone!
Farewell, Sir Acolyte! Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again. Phew. A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order. But that's a story for another time.
What? I mean, is it really masked though? I mean, they kind of know who I am, no? I am the favorite laureate, so they will know about me in the future. At least I feel they should.
You know what this means for you, right? Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate.
That's what I said. But I told you, I'd stay by your side.
I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order.
So, I guess that makes us partners in crime, huh?
Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
This room
is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, you step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
Perhaps our fates are not so different after all.
It is time, sinner against the Sentinel.
But you...
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade. Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap out and chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole. Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard. The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him.
A playwright. I'm sure I met this playwright before.
I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order.
I'll keep it in mind.
Here, you can have this music sheet. I'm heading off on a new mission.
What kind of mission?
An escape mission. Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story.
Then,
Don't you worry. I still remember our promise. About the song I wrote you. We will meet again, and I'll sing it for you, I swear. After all, we're partners in crime now.
Partners in crime, hmm? I hope Zani doesn't come for us. She can throw a mean
My
punch.
Lord Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguena City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguena's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Ah, truly the words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poets Society to that lithograph, weren't you? I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
I had a feeling he was going to say that.
There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. In the end, I found a story about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit, ignoring the countless wounds they bore. Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?
Okay, that's the quest, and it's complete. Continue imagining how the story unfolds during additional rewards. I see. So then, I guess now you just go back and you choose out the other choices? That's kind of fascinating. They lived and explored the branching endings here. That's really cool that they added this, by the way. Each chapter has multiple endings, complete each of them to attain extra rewards. Yes, you said that already. That is most fascinating. Okay, so you get 10 each. Oh, I guess you don't get 10 each. But that is pretty nice. I will need those rewards because I'm getting close. I'm almost ready to go take on the tower. And I guess after that, I'm going to be taking on the Whimpering Wastes, I think it's called. I'll be taking on that as well. But that was a fascinating story. I was expecting this, to be honest with you. Because usually they label them as like a companion story. And I guess this is her companion story. Oh, and it's permanent, by the way. Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess you had to kind of keep it permanent because, I mean, since this is, you know, kind of like a story event, it should be permanent. Yeah, I don't know. So it's permanent then. Or are all these permanent? It says this is permanent too. Permanent. Tag offer limited time rewards when they launch the first anniversary. After you progress eligibility maintained. So is this like a permanent event then? It's going to always be here for you to get. That is pretty cool. So it's going to be over here soon as like one of the permanents. That is very nice. Very player friendly too, by the way. I'm a little bit sad that they didn't keep like the other ones for the other events as permanent. For instance, Macau Carl. He deserves his permanent quest line, please. But overall, I gotta say, I love this story. So many nice melodies too, by the way. Oh man, where can you listen to the OSTs? I think they're at the, I was given the record, by the way. So yeah, we are good. But yeah, overall, I wonder if like the people of Renacita, will they ever truly open their eyes to the truth? Or will they continue to remain in the shadows? That's kind of what Christopher was saying, by the way. If like the birds, are they, you know, going to stick to the familiar, meaning remaining in the cage, or, you know, leaving the cage and actually trying to do something else? That is a truly good question indeed. And I also wonder where our traveling bard is going. A lot better than Venti might add. I mean, Venti's alright, but I mean, Ciaccona, man, what a wonderful character. Wonderful person too. I feel like the VAs in this game, they truly do bring these characters to life. In this story overall, I was enraptured. You know, kinda low-key, I think me and the Rover were kinda similar in regard. We're both silent all the time. Although we do speak our piece every now and then, we are both silent. It's merely out of respect for me though. This story, I don't want to talk over it. It's too good. But give me a chance and I'm a yapaholic. I know it may not seem like it, but I really am. I am a yapaholic, man. And if I don't contain myself with these chains around me, where's my chains? I don't have chains. I'm not into that kind of play. But if I were given a chance, I would be yapping all the damn time. But yeah, overall, awesome story. Awesome story. I'm really glad that we did get to tell them, you know, the truth. I was hoping that like when they heard the story from her, we would also support it. And then overall, the people, they'd be like, oh, the laureate, he's vouching for a story. It must be true. And then, you know, everyone's just like having their own little uprising. But that would be bad. That would be bad. If there's no order, I guess the city would be plunged into chaos in a way. I mean, I guess overall, there has to always be an order, always be a governmental system in society. And I guess that's why the Acolyte Order is like there to hold things down. So yeah, I guess, yeah, it is pretty true. But overall, I do kind of wish that the people open up their eyes. And maybe they will in the future. I kind of expect this to be like the next quest in the game, but it's just a companion story, really. Just a companion story. And yeah, Ciaccona. What an awesome character. What an awesome character. And we got to like see Kalata as well a little bit there, which is pretty cool. I do miss all the characters in this game. It's been a while since I oh, this reset. It's been a while though since like I played this, and to see them again, it was quite refreshing. Quite refreshing indeed. So yeah. I guess that would do it for today though. This was awesome. This story, truly impressive. I always tried to keep quiet in the story because also it is also nice to look back at these stories because, you know, if I don't record them, I'm never gonna get to see them again. It's gonna be like a one and done type of experience. I kind of wish I did it for like all the companion stories I played so far. A lot of them I played off stream, which yeah, I kind of regret in a way. So maybe I might play this game again, but this time around play with the JP voice acting. That would be pretty cool. I want to see the JP version this time around and see if it resonates even better. But overall, I kind of feel like it won't necessarily. But I mean, hey, it would allow me to relive the game. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see. But overall, awesome story. I had a lot of fun. Is this the best story I've ever read? Oh, I guess I gotta get a rating system for this. I'd say it's probably a 9. A 9 overall. I loved every last bit of it. The songs and everything. Even like, I don't know, the writing was pretty impressive overall. Like Rover, he was involved, you know, in this, and in all of this game really has always been involved. And in PGR, it's a little bit different. The commandant is a little shy, but in this one, overall, always the Rover is there. And when they introduced this character, Ciaccona, it was pretty much at the start of the story. I like that they, you know, started with, you know, the character, because sometimes in like companion stories in games, it takes a while for them to like really get on the stage. And this game, yeah, it hasn't failed ever with like these companion stories. I really do feel like I'm living a good story, a side quest, if you will, for each of the characters. It feels like it's about them. And I don't get that with any other game. I'm looking at you, Genshin. But yeah, awesome. It is a 9 for me. It is a 9. Why it's not a 10? That's a secret. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. Hope you have a great day, great evening, great night. And I will see you next time. Next time, like I said, it's probably going to be the Toa, unless there is more content coming in the game. I know there's something going on with Somwa over here. So I will have to go take a look at that. But I don't think it's anything new at all. We have a new quest line over here. Dreaming Deep Solaris Film Festival. I don't know what the deal is with this, by the way. What is the deal with this? Is this another quest line? If it's another quest line, I think I will go do it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I gotta know if it's anything big, honestly. But yeah. Anyways, I will see you next time. People will now view the future. Peace.